listen to me. Sometimes the loudest move you can make is silence. You don't need to tell everybody your plan. You don't need to announce your next step. And you sure don't need to prove yourself to people who never believed in you in the first place. While they're busy talking, you're working. While they're watching, you're building. When you focus on yourself, you stop wasting energy explaining and start elevating. Too many of you are losing momentum because you keep broadcasting your every move. Stop. You don't owe anybody an update on your grind. You owe yourself results. Focus on your growth, your mindset, your discipline. Because when you stay silent, people don't see what's coming. They just see the impact when it hits. Let them doubt you. Let them whisper. That silence you're walking in, that's power, that's peace, that's preparation. And when the time comes, your results will speak so loud, you won't have to say a single word. Mastering the power of silence is one of the greatest skills a person can ever develop. Yet it's also one of the hardest, because silence isn't just about not talking. It's about learning how to move in discipline, to operate in patience, and to trust your process even when nobody else sees what you're doing. In a world where everyone wants to show off their next move, silence becomes your secret weapon. When you learn to work quietly, you take away the power of distraction. You stop giving energy to opinions, validation, and unnecessary noise that doesn't serve your purpose. The truth is, not everybody deserves a front row seat to your progress. When you tell everyone what you're about to do, you give them the chance to doubt it, question it, or even destroy it before it's born. But when you stay silent and just execute, you protect your vision from contamination. You allow your work to breathe in private before it's ready for the world. There's a reason why seeds grow underground before they break through the soil, because growth happens in silence. Your dream, your hustle, your development, they all need that same quiet space to take root. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. You don't even need people to notice. You just need to keep watering your purpose. Every day, you stay consistent behind closed doors. You're building a foundation nobody can shake. The power of silence trains your mind to stay focused on what matters. It removes the temptation to compare your path with others. When you're silent, you're not watching what they're doing. You're too busy improving yourself. Silence becomes a shield that blocks out the noise of doubt, fear, and insecurity. People often confuse silence with weakness, but it's the opposite. It takes real strength to keep your mouth shut when your ego wants to shout. It takes discipline to stay still when you want to prove yourself. But that's what mastery looks like. Choosing peace over attention, choosing growth over gossip, choosing progress over popularity. When you master silence, you take full control of your energy. You start realizing how much power you lose when you talk too much about your plans. Every time you speak about what you're going to do, you release energy that could have been used to make it happen. But when you stay quiet and keep grinding, that energy turns into results. That's why people who talk less often achieve more, because they don't waste effort explaining, they spend it executing. You have to understand that silence is a language of success. The most powerful people in the world don't announce their every move. They move strategically, quietly, and confidently. They understand that not everyone will understand their vision, and that's okay. You're not meant to be understood while you're building. You're meant to be seen when it's done. And when it's done, your work will speak louder than any words ever could. That's what it means to let your results make the noise. When you produce, when you deliver, when you show up with excellence, you don't need to say a word. People will notice. They'll feel it. They'll respect it. Silence gives you power because it teaches you to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. You start hearing your inner voice more clearly, understanding what you need, what you want, and where you're headed. You stop being reactive to the world and start being intentional with your actions. You begin to move with purpose instead of pressure. And that's when your focus sharpens, because silence brings clarity. It allows you to think deeply, plan wisely, and act effectively. The person who can control their tongue can control their destiny. Silence isn't about isolation. It's about elevation. It's the space between intention and manifestation where transformation happens. When you learn to keep quiet and grind, something changes inside you. You start to enjoy the process more than the praise. You begin to understand that success is not built on attention. It's built on alignment. And silence keeps you aligned. It keeps your goals pure, your motives clean, and your actions intentional. You no longer seek to impress, you seek to improve. You no longer care about being seen. You care about being significant. That's the mindset of a winner, because winners don't talk about what they're going to do. They just do it. They don't need to convince anyone. They let their results do all the convincing. Every successful person has gone through a silent season. That period where nobody believed in them, nobody clapped for them, and nobody understood what they were doing. But that silence built their strength. It taught them patience. It refined their character. So when their time came, they didn't just succeed, they dominated. That's what silence does. It's not empty, it's full of potential. It's the training ground where greatness is developed. You must be willing to embrace that quiet season. Don't rush it, don't fight it. Use it, learn in it, build in it. Because when the moment comes to step out, your results will echo louder than any noise ever could. You see, the noise of the world is temporary, but the sound of achievement is permanent. When you let your results speak, people listen. Not because you demanded their attention, but because your excellence earned it. So every time you feel like proving something, stop yourself. Remind yourself that silence is strength, that you're not here to talk about it, you're here to live it. Every great achievement starts with quiet focus and ends with loud impact. You don't need to announce what's coming. Just keep moving in silence, and when the time is right, your success will make all the noise you need. Focusing on self-growth instead of seeking external validation is one of the hardest but most rewarding shifts you can ever make in life, because we live in a generation addicted to approval, where people measure their worth by likes, followers, compliments.
That's how you grow.